Hi and welcome to Makeup Mugwump. My name is Leanne. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's take a look at the palettes that I pulled for fall. So I started this year pulling seasonal palettes that I'd like to use during that season and then returning them to the stacks, pulling out the next season. It's a joy to have the collection that I do, to be able to use whatever palette I want to use. I don't necessarily only use these palettes, but these are ones that when I think of the season, these are the palettes that I want to use during that season. So these are my fall, autumn eyeshadow palettes that I have pulled for 2022. Let's take a look. So these are in no order except for size. I have an organizer that looks like this. So it's graduated for size, and I place the smallest up to the largest so that I can see them all easily. And they sit here on my vanity during the season. So until we hit winter, they will sit here and we will enjoy them and pull them for shades that we want, use them solely, incorporate them into other looks, things like that. So we are going to swatch just a few shades. We're not going to swatch everything, but the ones that give me the giggles, I'm going to swatch them. This is one of those that I know I'm going to swatch. So let's start. By the way, I've watched a ton of these videos, and the palettes that I've pulled are different from other people. So I hope you enjoy that. They're not the same old, same old. This one might be one that other people have pulled. I do not have the large version of this, but I do have the mini gold. This is autumn for me. This is fall for me. For me, the colors that I'm looking, the colors that I wear, the colors that I'm looking for are burgundies, oranges, grungy greens. I wear greens year round, but grungy greens. This is one of those. So I'm going to swatch the gold and the green and stop it. The mattes are absolutely gorgeous. We're going to swatch small so that we can fit everything on a hand. Look at that. Look at that. I love the Natasha Denona formula. I don't have the large version of this, or I would have probably pulled it. The other option for Natasha Denona for me for fall would be the Metropolis palette, which I do have, and I will use this fall, but it's not one that I know that I'll use all the time. This is one that is a very quick look because I can get the whole look out of this one palette. Stunning. Love it. Compact. Gorgeous. The mini gold. Here's another one that I don't know that a lot of people use this palette. It's a Huda palette, which I love. Some of her palettes, Mercury Retrograde is gorgeous. The Rose Quartz is gorgeous. I've got some of her other earlier, larger palettes, but this 9-pan in Topaz Obsessions, I pulled this last year for the fall and I could not get enough. That is pumpkin in a matte. It's stunning. This is another one that I can do a very quick look. I mean, it's got everything that I want in one little 9-pan. It is pumpkin. It's gorgeous. That is a very light, pale, peachy shade that goes beautifully with any other look to blend out. But look at that. I mean, just would you look at it? It's gorgeous. Again, another palette I can get an entire look out of. I can go darker, I can go lighter. It's gorgeous. Topaz Obsessions. I have the Mauve Obsessions, one of these, and I think that's it. I don't have a lot of these because I didn't love them. This one I absolutely love. Highly recommend that. Here's the palette that you see every single season of every single year because it stays here in my vanity. This is the CoverGirl True Naked Nudes. It is just a staple. I've obviously hit pan. I've repressed a couple of those shades in there. For this time of year, that shade is a one and done all over the lid. This one is another one. So I go a little bit darker in this time of year versus like in spring when I would be on this side. This dark shade is a liner year round. There are huge dips in these. Huge. I love it. It stays on my vanity year round. Okay, here's another one that is an interesting one. But I don't know that I would use this any other time of year. I believe, and the name of the palette is not on here. I believe this is called the Burgundy palette. It's a Kylie palette, and it's a burgundy palette. It's really, really pretty. I don't think that I would use this any other time of year. I don't use it any other time of year. So the burgundy, see, I think this is like, this shade she calls burgundy. That's not burgundy. I think maybe this might have been like in a BoxyCharm or something, and maybe it was just mislabeled for what it is. This shade she calls Dubai, this shade burgundy. I don't think that's right. It doesn't seem like that's what it would be, except that they're stunningly beautiful shades. So pretty. There are 1, 2, 3 shimmers. The rest are matte. Well, I think that might be a shimmer. No, it's like that's like a sheeny. It's not a shimmer. And yeah, it's just yeah, there's a little bit of sheen to it, but not much. This shade here. It's a beautiful palette. It's a workhorse kind of palette. It's burgundy and warm browns. And there you go. I mean, they're gorgeous shades. I wouldn't wear this in spring. I wouldn't wear this in summer. It really is a fall palette. So I've pulled it in order to get some use out of it. And I'm going to enjoy that. This is a palette that I know I got in a BoxyCharm, and I can't tell you how much I love it. This is the Violet Voss Olive You Forever. I love Violet Voss's formula, and stop it. Stop it. This is the perfect palette. So we have olives. We have cool tone browns. We have some mauve-y mattes, and we have olives. Like, it's just there's a gold. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is stunning. There's another matte that you can't even see because it looks like my skin tone, which makes me happy in a palette. Look at the shine. Look at the gorgeous. I can't. It's just gorgeous. That's a matte right there. That beautiful right there. They're just, they're so pretty. I love this palette. I love it, love it, love it. So the first column and the bottom row are all shimmers, and then here and here are matte. A nice black matte. It's just gorgeous. I love this palette. I love it so much. I think it is a beautiful fall palette, and I cannot wait to use it again this year. Here's another one that's weird. I mean, have you seen these videos, right? Like, I have weird picks. I know, I'm sorry. This is one that you may or may not own, but I do, and I'm pulling it. This is the Black Widow palette from Ulta. I love Ulta's formula. Love it. I love their eyeshadow formula so much. This is the Black Widow palette, and I bought it because I liked the color story a lot. I look at every Ulta collab they do with every movie and everything. I look at every single one of them because if I like the color story, I'm buying it, and this is grungy and gross, and I love it. So this one has some odd shades, and I mean odd. They are odd. And we'll swatch this matte right here so you can see. Look at this. Look at this. There is a duochrome, blue brown. There's that bottom one here. It's all like a mustard matte. Look at that blue brown pigment color. Look at that color. It's weird. Like, it's such a weird palette. It's grungy and beautiful. Welcome to fall. So weird. But I love it. I mean, what about this says Black Widow? Nothing. But I love it. Also, probably this background color makes it a little strange to see. It kind of tricks your eye a little bit. But this is a grungy palette. This is a grungy, gross, lovely palette. I love it. Ulta Black Widow. Who knew? I have saved this palette to use this fall. It is the Eternal Eclipse palette from Lunar Beauty. This was a gift from a subscriber, and I have saved her. Look at that. Look at that. I had Spellbook Volume 2 for my summer palettes, and it's stunningly gorgeous. And this one I have waited. I have waited for you, my love. I can't like look. Just look. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, I love you so much. Oh. Look at that night sky shade. That one right there. This thing does things to me. I cannot. I'm trying to swatch so small when all I want to do is smear this all over my body. Look at that night sky shade. Stop it. You stop it right now. This is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. This one is, I can't with this. I have saved this palette so that I could enjoy it. And I want to wash my face right now and go do it right now. I want to put it on my face right now. Look how stunning. There are blues, but they're like murky blue. Look at that. There's some grays. We have to swatch this one. This is so disturbing. This line with the beautiful embossing of the moon and stars. This is matte. This is matte, and this is matte. Can we swatch this one too? Are you ready? Oh, I need to be held. Oh my goodness. Look at the shine. I need help. I need help. Makeup is my thing. It is my thing. I hope it's your thing too. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. It is stunning. Oh my goodness. I mean, this is raised too. It's a really cool packaging, but I can't with that, y'all. That is absolute. Look how beautiful my hand is. Okay. Here's one that I bought myself. This is the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. It is not in stock. It was a limited edition. If you have it, pull it out. This is a beautiful, murky, gross one again. It's absolutely stunning. I love it so much. If you didn't get this one, there's a new one out that's also grungy. It's on its way to me. It's like a darker palette. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, but the earthy palette they have, it's great. They have a small version and a medium version and a large version, I think. They have a 9/16 and then a 42. Earthy would work. If you like these tones better, Fiery is another one that they have that would work. Berries, if you like more berry. Anyway, Beauty Bay has a magnificent formula, in my opinion. But this murky mess is the best on the planet for murky. Murky greens. There are reds, but look at that disturbing murkiness. I love it. We're now going up my arm because I can't. I mean, look at that. It's everything. It's everything. It's gorgeous. Love it. There's an orange in here, an orange matte. There's a red, really, really beautiful violet. Here, I'll swatch the red because I can't stop myself. Look at that. I mean, if you want, it's like a cherry red. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that is the Wilderness palette. Highly recommend. I know you can't get it, but Mercari is a great place for it. I managed to get it off of Beauty Bay. I have the app, and I check the app like all the time just to see what they've got new, so that I make sure that I get it. It ships in a box that looks like it has been hit by a train, and you're like, everything in this box is going to be broken. And then you open everything and nothing is broken. It is magic. They're shipping straight out of Hogwarts because they ship it in. No one would steal this box because it is beat up. I mean, it's got holes in it. It has dirt in it. It's unbelievable. I order internationally from Beauty Bay and tell me that I'm a liar. It's amazing. Nothing comes broken. Here it is. The Wilderness palette. I highly recommend the earthy palette. If you like the green grunge, it's in there. And then here's the last palette for autumn for me. This is the NYX Ultimate Utopia. This is a big daddy palette. And there's a lot in here. There's a lot going on. But I think you can probably tell from the things that are popping out at you what makes this palette so special. There are some pastels. There are some really pretty lighter shades in here. But you've got some grungy green. You've got some mustard happening. You've also got some dark cool tone happening over here. But look at just the things that are popping out at you are what I'm going to swatch. You cannot beat that with a stick. You cannot beat it with a stick. You've got these stunning, shimmery, oh, I swatched it horribly, but they're down there. Oh no! Okay, it's bad, but trust me and believe, they're gorgeous. The mattes are pretty too. I have a second one of these NYX giant palettes that I need to try, but this is Ultimate Utopia. I've had it for a while. I waited for it to go on sale though. I knew I was gonna like it, but I waited for it to go on sale. I think it was $35 and I waited for it to get like 20. Because there was something about paying $35 for NYX that just rubbed me the wrong way. But I don't know what it is today. Like, I know I got it from Ulta though. It is stunning. It is so gorgeous. The formula in this is everything. It's just amazing. And there are many looks that you can get out of this that aren't necessarily fall, but I like this for the fall grunge that is here. Absolutely stunningly gorgeous. And those metallics are everything. So it's part pressed pigment, part eyeshadow. On the back it tells you which is which, and then it gives you a map of which is which, if that makes a difference to you. Some of these, some folks it does make a difference, and some folks it doesn't. That's my palettes for fall that I've pulled to sit on my vanity. There they are. You cannot tell me that doesn't do something to you, girl. That doesn't do something to you, boy. That doesn't do something to you, my non-binaries. That is gorgeous. Stop it. Stop it. It's gorgeous. I love it. Tell me what are your fall palette go-tos? Tell me, did any of these like spark something within you to say, oh my goodness. Now I will tell you another secret, and that is I went through my single shadows and I made a custom fall palette for myself with my single shadows that I'm going to film next. I'll swatch it all out and I'll tell you what they are, and we will have a good time doing that, because this is the first time I've done that. This is the first season that I've said, let me actually go through and pull out single shadows and make myself a custom palette. So I did that. So stay tuned for that. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. Like this video if you liked it. Tell me what your favorite fall palettes are down below, or if some of mine surprised you, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.